as WrestleMania season approaches, we have been given a real feud in WWE that hopefully is going to be booked the correct way. And if you don't know what I'm talking about Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. I brought my brother Bad Symphony in with me because as members of the Black Wrestling delegation, we got to talk about this. It's time that we have somebody stop Brock Lesnar. But I'm gonna kick it to you. Let me get your overall thoughts on the direction of the feud. How impressed have you been with the two segments so far, and any other notes that you got?
Yeah, start off with a commonplace question. Like, is this the passing of the torch? Because we always really saw how Brock Lesnar was just such a dominant force, how they booked him. It didn't matter what match he was supposed to be in. You just knew motherfuckers was getting tossed out of rings like in seconds. Motherfuckers was getting pinned in seconds. Motherfuckers was probably going to eat one F5 and the whole match was over. And especially how they would protect his finisher. So you would think maybe, especially just how it looks right now, this could be something big. This is how they start off Obafemi. If they want to see him with a real, legitimate run in the title space, especially for world titles, coming off of NXT, this shit is actually, I feel like it's building really good heat for him, just like momentum. Because honestly, I don't feel like we've had a black man also that much of a powerhouse and be recognized and booked as such. I mean, obviously we've had people like The Rock, but you know what I mean? It's also kind of like there's that duality in that because he was a legacy wrestler on top of the fact that, coming off of his family's run, he himself had really kind of started to gain all that attention that really kind of made him Hollywood rock, especially after starting to do movies. So it was like he was really kind of approaching that upper level right up until they had actually started getting him in the movies, and it was like, oh, it's a wrap. This motherfucker's becoming a movie star. We book him like regular, like title picture shit. Oh, he's becoming a part-timer. He don't even come by all the time anymore. And it was just like a whole different story. Yeah.
The Rock's run was only 4 years. Quick little note on that. I don't think a lot of people realize that. His whole entire run was about 4 years. Everything else was in bits and pieces. And then you think about the great stuff that happened, just like the Cena feuds. What else, bro? The final boss shit. That's it. So I definitely hear you with the trajectory of like African American wrestlers so far in WWE. There hasn't ever been anyone with that crucial run yet that we look and see and we're like, oh yeah, they're definitely gonna be past the torch. And I honestly don't think it's really a black or like a color thing. I think it's who gets hot. Like Seth's name is Kobe Lopez, bro. Like he's not a straight white dude. Like, so it's not, Roman's obviously not a Caucasian brother either. So I think it's less about that. And I think it's more that a lot of black wrestlers are kind of niche in what they do. And everybody almost tries to imitate The Rock. And we got two of them. We got Oba and we got Trick, who are nothing like your typical black wrestlers, but they bring you elements of the ones that you love. And I'll throw Javon in there, but I kind of put him in the niche category because he's such an amazing high flyer. And it's like, that's one of the things for a skinny black wrestler, high flyer, he's going to be hella athletic. Yeah, we know. But I'm recognizing that Javon is different, but the approach to Javon getting on was not different. Oba and Trick are different. And I think the fact that Oba is having this big time feud with Brock, it speaks to what the company thinks of him. And I'm just like, from what we see, that man is different. Somebody moving that big, that fast, that smooth is like Julius Pepper shit. He's on some Julius Peppers, the WWE type shit. Like super freak, super buff, athletic dude, but he moved regular. And it's not normal though. Like, and I think that's dope. The only thing that I'm worried about, and I'm gonna just like address the elephant in the fucking room, like WWE gotta not drop the ball on the booking on this shit. Brock could go over. There expect that I'm a little nervous just how hot Oba has started on the rivalry. They got us with the dropping Brock 2 times in a row. We almost everybody would have put stacked cash on the fact that Brock was gonna get his get back on the second, but he didn't. So that actually brings me a little concern with, do you think WWE might fumble the booking? Are you concerned, or are you like, I'm gonna just let them rock on this one and kind of trust the process?
I try to suspend any level of disbelief and try to just put myself in the seats as like a fan, just because I know I haven't always been satisfied with booking by WWE when it comes to like some of the talents that they've fumbled, let's say it that way, because a lot of good people have came in hot, had a lot of juice, and then they kind of squeeze them dry. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like they treat it like that wasn't supposed to be the end of a person, but at the same time, they wring them dry and there's like no juice left. And then they look at them like, I don't know, we got creative coming up with ideas, but nothing feels like it's going to stick for you. And it's like, well, I already have something and you killed all my momentum. I really kind of look at it like that. I don't want to be disappointed by the booking, but at the same time, I can't sit here and pretend that I think it's going to go over the way I would hope it would. I just have to hold out hope that some shit is going to surprise me in the best possible way. Yeah, I think I would have to put it like that.
Yeah, I definitely think you have just spoken the sentiment of all of us. Hey, BJ, we had already came in and we were covering Oba versus Brock. I want to know what your thoughts are on the rivalry itself, but also too, we were like commenting on like WWE consistently fumbling the bag with booking big matches and Brock matches. Let's just keep it funky. Brock matches in general. Whatever you want to add on that, feel free as well.
Yeah, bro. My thing is, I'm kind of excited and hyped for it, but I'm also kind of scared because like I don't know where the booking is going. Like I want to believe that Oba will get a decent push out of it and he will go over properly as he should as the next big monster coming in, storming into WWE, taking it by storm, breaking into the scene. But I don't, on the other hand, I don't kind of trust that Triple H will do right by his booking because we see how he booked black wrestlers in the past over the last couple of years. So, you know, it's kind of just like a wait and see kind of thing.
I'm trying to give Triple H the benefit of the doubt. So I'm one of the few Paul Levesque fans still out there. I'm not ready to have him removed as head of creative in WWE. With that being said, I am willing to admit publicly that I've not been pleased with the booking. I think we can all chalk last year and even last year's road to WrestleMania up to the game. I think they were hot for a lot of years in a row, which WWE is usually not. I want to know, do you think they fluked out on that hot streak, or do you think that with the right move they can they're going to be at the top, but can they keep us happy for real? Like real wrestling fan, can they keep us happy for real again? Or was that something that, should I just not be even expecting that? Expect to be happy in spurts.
So my personal opinion, I wouldn't bet on being satisfied because, like, yeah, they'll keep us satisfied in that moment, but like they'll slowly start to dissolve into the terrible booking again in the end. So I'm not going to even get too excited about it because, as we know, they stay inconsistent with keeping that booking train rolling. So I'm like, I'm not going to get high hopes for it at all because it's just, at the end of the day, I'm not going to set myself up for disappointment. I don't think anybody else should either. Because, like, they got that Vince mentality where, oh, as long as we keep producing the content, no matter how bad it is, they're still going to tune in and watch. So, I mean, it's just, I wouldn't, I definitely would not look forward to it or, even be, even remotely, just looking past whatever they got going on.